The window sheet fold. Hello, I am Joanne of Crafting Inspirations. I am a Stampin Up Independent Demonstrator. I love to connect, motivate, and inspire new and exciting possibilities through stamping. Please feel free to tag someone that you think would like this video. And remember to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. You can leave a comment and in regards to the demonstration today, and let me know where you are watching from. So today's project consists of multiple colors from Terracotta Tile, Pretty Peacock, Soft Seafoam, and Flirty Flamingo, and it consists of 3 stamps. I'm just going to remove these out of the way. The very first tiles, we'll be using the vine or the leaves that comes in the set. The healing hugs, we're going to be using the flower. And butterfly wishes, we're going to be using the butterfly. A sweet friendship refreshes the soul, and was a perfect day because of you. So I selected these 3 stamp sets for our project today. And the color of choice for our cardstock is Pretty Peacock, and that measures 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. This is our window sheet. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I'll bring up. So this is a piece of our Stampin' Up's window sheet, and that is cut at 5.5 by 3 3/4. We have a piece of Whisper White that measures 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And we got some more Whisper White that measures 1 3/8 by 5 3/8, and there's 2 of those. And we're also going to be using some Designer Series paper from the 2019-2021 In Color Designer Series paper. And I decided to use the plaid or the gingham side of this paper. And this is measured at 1 1/4 by 5 1/4. And there's 2 sheets of that. So let's begin. And then we're also going to be using some scrap paper of Daffodil Delight and Flirty Flamingo. So it's a quite bright and beautiful colors. So I'm just going to move this out of the way because we're going to have to bring in our trimmer. So we're going to take this piece. And like I said, this measures 8.5 by 5.5 and scored at 4 1/4. So let's just do our scoring at 4 1/4 first. So let me just move the cutting blade out of the way. So now she scored at 4 1/4. And then what we want to do is bring it up to 1 1/2 from the score line. So that is going to measure at 5 3/4. We're going to cut a section of our paper away, and then with the piece that's left over, we're going to cut that at 1 1/2. So I'm just going to bring my blade down this way, and we're going to cut. So I did the 1 1/2 on the right side of my blade. So that is it for the trimmer. So now we're going to get our bone folder and we're going to score. So we're just going to score this piece back. So what we're going to do next is we're going to bring in our small pieces of Whisper White and our Designer Series paper. And we're going to snail that down onto our pieces. So And this leaves just a small border around the card. And then on this piece over here, we're going to take and we're going to snail down the Whisper White, and that's not on straight. Let's see if I can fix it. There we go. So that's better. And then we're just going to snail this down. And you can decide which side you want to have it on. I decided to go with the plaid or the gingham as my card today. And we're just going to overlap it like so, so that you see the Whisper White around the edges. And then we're going to bring in our window sheet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to snail that down onto our window piece. Like so. And then we're going to bring this in. And I just ran out of snail. So I'm going to bring in the Tombow glue. And you only need a little bit of this on. It must be clogged. There we go. And you want to make sure that when you glue this down or snail down, that this is at the end, the edge of your paper before you fold this back. And that it stays within your paper. So there. So that is our fold with our window sheet. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run the bone folder over it. So we can set that aside now and we can begin with our stamping. So what I'm going to do with our Flirty Flamingo, and I'm going to take the Flirty Flamingo stamp pad. I'm going to ink up the flower that was in the healing hooks. And I'm going to stamp down. Like so. Isn't that pretty? So that is it for our Flirty Flamingo. Then I'm going to bring in the Terracotta tile. And on with the butterfly from the Butterfly Wishes, I'm going to ink that up with Terracotta tile. And I'm going to stamp the butterfly. And I'm going to stamp one more time. Now with these, we're going to cut these out. And then we're going to cut out the butterfly. And then we're just going to cut out, I don't know if you can see, but you can see the second wing here. So I'm just going to cut out this second wing. Now I might have done this on some previous videos using the Butterfly Wishes stamp set. So there. And I'm going to leave the scissors out because we're going to be using a piece of scrap, piece of white, and I'm going to show you another technique. So then we're going to stamp up A Sweet Friendship Refreshes the Soul, and I'm going to stamp that with the Pretty Peacock. going to lay that in the center. And then I'm going to clean my stamp. I'm going to show you a neat little technique. And it's not quite clean all the way. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to fussy cut around the friendship, but if you're quite sure where they come up and dip up and down, just take your stamp, lay it back over your sentiment, and take a pencil and just go around your stamp. And this would be a guide for you where you would cut. So let me just go around the bottom. Oh. So there. And then we just cut. And you want to cut inside your pencil mark so that you don't have to go around and erase any pencil marks that's left behind. So there we go. Move that out of the way, and I believe that is all the cutting for today. I did leave a little bit of pencil mark, so I'm just going to erase some of it. And now we're going to attach this. So since I ran out of snail, I'm just going to take a bit of Tombow glue. And I adhere this down to the bottom right corner. And because it's with Tombow glue, you got a little bit of wiggle room. And then I'm just going to take our flower and I'm just going to lay that in the center on the window sheet. I don't know if I'm in the camera or not, but I'm just going to leave that there like so. Then I'm going to bring in the mini glue dots. 2 is good. And then on the wing that we cut out, on the furthest tip, you want to put your dimensionals. Oh, not working for me today, like so. And a bit more Tombow glue just on the edge. I'll bring this up so that you can see. So there's the wing. So we got dimensionals on the outside and a bit of glue on the tip. So now I'm just going to take your pick tool and remove the paper. And we're going to put this down onto the butterfly over the wing. So it makes it look 3D, like so. And then I'm just going to get a bit of Tombow glue and put on the wings. And we'll put the butterfly as if the butterfly is perched onto the flower. So now with the piece of Whisper White that's in behind, I'm going to bring in the soft sea foam and the leaves or the vine. And I'm going to stamp off. And I'm going to use my grid paper, and where it was 1.5 inches up, so that's 5 lines, I'm going to come in the middle and come off like so. So it's just subtle enough. And if you want to go full strength, you certainly can. And I'm just going to bring this over like so. And that is it for the soft sea foam. And then I'm going to bring in, it was a perfect day because of you, and I'm going to ink that up with Pretty Peacock. And I'm just going to put that in the center of the leaves, over to the left, like so. So then I'm just going to take Tombow glue, put some on the back. You don't need a whole lot. And then we're just going to center that on your base. Like so. So you can see a little bit of the writing in beyond, but that's okay. If you wanted to, you could just attach your white, Whisper White, to your cardstock and figure out where your flower is to and put it in beyond your flower and stamp it. But I like stamping before I adhere, just in case I didn't like what came out. Then I can flip my paper around and try it again. So I'm just going to take some Wink of Stella and I'm just going to go over the flower. And if you wanted to do the butterfly, you certainly could too as well. And that would just add a little bit of sparkle to your flower. I don't know if you can see the sparkle. But that is our card for today, using window sheets. Isn't it beautiful? Now, wasn't that a beautiful card? So simple and easy to do. Join me next Sunday around the same time for my latest project. I'm open to have some new product to show you next week. If you like a catalog, place an order, or host a stamp set, or become a Stampin' Up demonstrator like myself, you can contact me through my webpage, and that is joannjohnson.stampinup.net. That's JOANNJOHNSON.stampinup, STAMPINUP.net. Or you can email me at craftinginspirations.outlook.com. And if you have a question in regards to the demonstration today, please reach out to me. You can leave a comment on this video, and I will certainly get back to you in a timely manner. So I want to just say thank you for watching, and have a great day.